For a very long time, tourism in Ghana has been limited to heritage sites, ancient relics, and attraction destinations. With fast evolving technology and a fresh wave of young people seeking something different, there have been calls for countries to open up and change with the times. Promoters and tourism authorities in Africa have been deliberating ways to meet the modern demands. Marketing Director for the Botswana Tourism Authority, Kitumetse Sethlang, believes Ghana has made strides in the area of marketing.
Ghana is doing very well in terms of advertising its products, in terms of marketing its products. We, as Botswana, emphasize on sustainability in terms of product development. We emphasize community beneficiation. Now we are talking digitalization and digitization. So there's a lot a lot to learn from each other as African states, and there's a lot that Ghana, or that we may learn from Ghana as Botswana, and we believe we have a lot to offer Ghana as well.
But General Manager for the Three Group, a tourism promoter and advocate, Francis Doku, wants an immediate shift in paradigm.
We have noticed that different things bring people also to the continent, especially experience for young people. I mean, for instance, in 2019, Ghana crossed the 1 million mark of arrivals. And that was not based on the old things that we're selling. It was based more on events and experiences that many young people came to from around the world to experience in Ghana. And that has become something that have been a part of what we sell every year. And I think that as a continent, we need to come to the realization that wildlife is good, heritage is very important for us, but what can we give the young people that want different experiences also to come onto our continent or move from one place to the other? I think it's important that at such forum and the leadership of the continent need to look at those things.
He has been urging African leaders to work to deal with some of the challenges that still negatively impact intra-Africa tourism.
If you move from one country to another, sometimes it's difficult to be able to connect to back home or to connect to people that you want to connect with, whether it's for business or it's for your own pleasure and all that. I think it's important that we do that. Moving from Ghana to Botswana, if I move out of my hotel without the Wi-Fi, it's difficult to connect. I think governments need to look at that as an important part of the technological advancement that we need to ensure that we improve. I mean, one of the key things is the fact that we haven't properly, as Africans, honed our own understanding of technology to build a knowledge base that will help us be able to properly work around those platforms that will help us be able to improve on doing things better for ourselves. It was so difficult moving from Ghana to Botswana for this conference. And I believe it was for many other people who moved from different countries on the continent to this place. And similarly, people moving from here to other countries is very difficult. Whether it's technology, whether it's a policy that the government has to work around, I think it's important, the visa issue, the transportation issues, and everything that make it impossible for us to move from one part of the continent to the other.
Leveraging technology and social media as well as influencer marketing could help. But governmental policies are needed to ensure the talk does not remain just talk. Many believe President of Botswana's recent directives on local tourism is a giant step.
A total of 6 areas have been prioritized for adaptation to the value chain principles, and these include events tourism, cluster development, cultural tourism development, community project development, community projects, and dams tourism. This policy emphasizes product development and diversification as a key driver of growth within the tourism industry, and views the promotion of adventure and cultural tourism as an opportunity to attract more arrivals locally, regionally, and globally to complement our traditional wildlife tourism offering.
But that's only Botswana. What about the others? Speakers and discussants at the Africa Tourism Leadership Forum want the setting up of a private business tourism alliance to lead the advocacy with the hope of seeing the much needed change in the shortest possible time. Komla Adom, TV3 News, Gaborone, Botswana.